The trilogy has come to an end. It's officially over. Tyson Fury knocks out Deontay Wilder in round 10 and in a very very one-sided beatdown, but there was some exciting moments where it was competitive. Now, I have to give it up to Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder, I've criticized Deontay Wilder over the years for, being a diva and stuff. But this guy does have a lot of like fortitude and will in the ring. He's not a technical fighter. He's very amateurish. He's very wild at times, but this guy is able to take a beating because he took a beating from Tyson Fury, but he never gave up, right? He never stopped trying. He tried his best, right? He never stopped and he never quit. He tried and went out on his shield. So I have to give him respect for at least going out on his shield, even though he lost. So this fight was crazy because, in that first round, Deontay Wilder actually looked good. I thought he looked good because he was throwing that right jab to Tyson Fury's body. And I thought he won that first round. I gave him that first round. I was like, oh shit, Wilder won that first round. He looking good. But then he kind of neglected the jab. After Tyson Fury dropped him, I think it was round 2 or 3, Tyson Fury drops him. And when he dropped him, Deontay Wilder kind of started neglecting that jab because in the first couple of rounds, he was throwing a lot of jabs to the body, to Fury's body. And I thought it was working for him because like I said, I gave him that first round. The second round was competitive as well. Then he started headhunting. Wilder is one of these people that like when he's hurt, he looks like a fish out of water. Like when you see him against Tyson Fury, specifically when he fights Tyson Fury, he always fights like a fish out of water. Like when he's hurt, he looks all dangly and he's tangled all over the place like a spider. Like he's all over the place when he's hurt. And when he gets hurt, he tends to gas out. Once again, you saw him gassing out just like he did in the second fight. In round 4, Deontay Wilder hit Tyson Fury with that right hand, and the crowd went crazy. I thought, oh shit, maybe Tyson Fury is gonna get knocked out. Then he drops him again, and right away everything changed to Wilder's side. Everything's for Wilder's favor. Everything is like, oh shit, he's gonna win the fight. He's gonna knock him out. But Fury recovered. And he came back, and Wilder, to his credit, in the 5th round, he came back and tried to knock out Fury. But Fury just outworked him, and Fury did what he did in the second fight. He was just a better fighter. We saw in the first fight, we saw in the second fight that Tyson Fury was always the better fighter against Deontay Wilder. So this is not surprising, right? No, this shouldn't surprise anyone, right? We all knew that Tyson Fury was the better fighter. He had the better boxing skills. So we shouldn't be surprised that he was winning the rounds easily, right? But after like round 5, I believe like round 5 was the last time it was really competitive. After that, Wilder was just like a fish out of water. He was dangling all over the place. He was going from left, from right. He looked like a fish. He was just going everywhere, and he was basically a punching bag. But like I said, he showed a lot of resistance. He was trying his hardest. So I have to give respect to Deontay Wilder for that. Is he never gave up? He never waved the white flag. There's several fighters in that situation would give up. He never gave up. He was asked by the doctors, "You want us to stop?" He never stopped. He always kept trying. So you got to give Wilder credit for at least having some heart in trying to go out on his shield, and he did. He got knocked out in the round 10. He got hit with a right hand. And it was over. It was all she wrote. I felt like Fury could have knocked out Wilder sooner, probably in the 7th. But like I said, Wilder showed a lot of heart and a lot of grit. But in that 10th round, Wilder looked so exhausted. When Wilder is hurt, he's so tired. Like he looks like a fish underwater. When you see him hurt, he looks exhausted. And, he looks almost befuddled. Like he doesn't know what's going on. Like he's concussed. He had that exact same face, that exact same look on his face that he had in the second fight against Fury, where after he got hurt, like when he's fresh, he looks amazing. Like he looks really alert. But once he gets hurt, once he gets dropped, he becomes befuddled. He loses energy. He gets all sluggish. He gets all wild, and he looks like he's all over the place, like he's a fish out of water, like he's a spider. And Fury was composed, and he basically just beat him with his skills. Skills pay the bills. So yeah, this ended. This. I don't want to see a 4th fight. Please don't make a 4th fight. This should be the end of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, because the way he knocked out Deontay Wilder, it concludes the trilogy. We should not see a trilogy. We should not see a 4th fight. I don't want to hear Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury part 4. This concluded it. He concluded this by not. I said, if I want to see somebody get knocked out or a decision, Tyson Fury concluded and ended this rivalry with Deontay Wilder with that knockout. So I hope Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder both move on with their careers. I want to see Deontay Wilder improve. He showed some improvements, but like I said, he went back to being that one-handed fighter. He went back to depending on that right hand, and he went back to basically being that fish out of water kind of look when he gets hurt. So congrats to Tyson Fury. I have nothing but respect for Tyson Fury, and I have respect for Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder did not quit in this fight. He tried his best. But like I said, he was just in there with a better fighter. And hopefully we could see a better version of Deontay Wilder next time around. I have nothing against Deontay Wilder, Fury. I hope them nothing but the best. I hope they go on and, have a successful rest of their careers. I hope we see Tyson Fury fight the winner of AJ Usyk. I hope Deontay Wilder comes back, knocks somebody out cold, in a vicious style. Let me know what you guys think of this fight in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'm out.